one human at a time, it's also performing something called negantropy, which is basically reversal of spin or reversal of time energy. So it does get into doing some type of time reversal that's also happening there. But I think the thing that I'd like to kind of leave off with today is that this is an amazing place with the technologies that Dr. Sandra has here, with all this biophotonic, all this, and we're all here bathing in it right now. And with the Theraphi with plasma systems, and who possibly knows what's to come. We are living in a very bright future, but it's present tense. It's not something that we need to wait for. Anybody right now that still thinks that I've got to wait for the med beds to be released is really, they're just not, they don't understand how powerful the technology that we have right now that's available to us really is. And that's fine. It's not for everybody. Not everybody will always understand it, but you have done a phenomenal job getting this technology out to the world. Nobody has done a better job than you when it comes to making this available. And Riley, who's my heart and soul right here, she runs everything within our company. When somebody calls up and they're in the middle of Nebraska or they're in the middle of Alabama and they say, where's a medbed center? Where's a place I can go? 3, 4, 5 years ago, there wasn't a lot of options. There really wasn't. And now if you look up eesystem.com and you look at all the places and you've got the doers like Mel's already like 10 places deep in his mind. Mel's already got 10 locations opened up in his mind. He's already projecting and manifesting that. But now you can be just about anywhere in the United States and have access to some really amazing technology. If you're in the Cape Canaveral area, number one, the goal with this technology is to enhance your current lifestyle. So with me right now, I would tell you I'm perfectly healthy. Like with anything, a few dings here and there, a kidney stone or a bad tooth, whatever it might be. But I'm not waiting around for something to go sideways. I am using this technology now to enhance the health I've got, to start doing what we were talking about earlier, which is going from a chronological age of 57 to a biological age of 46. And that is all available for you right now, everybody in this room, everybody that's watching these videos. And with that being said, once again, Mel, thank you for everything that you do, man. Thank you for making this technology available. Thank you for taking the financial risk. Thank you for putting all that on your back. Thank you for the promotions. Thank you for the day-to-day. And Amber and your whole staff, who their whole goal is to do one thing, and that's make this world a healthier, happier place. And so with that being said, I will finish up. Mel, if you have any other questions.
No, thank you, brother. But you're absolutely, I am driven. I'm a very driven man. I don't like to do anything slow. I like to do things fast. That's why when I actually started this place, and I was on the Purium diet, and I had dropped some pounds, and then I had no time because we had, painters that was not showing up for 5 or 6 weeks, and people that didn't want to do the installation of the carpeting when it was supposed to be installed, and so I had to literally take things into my own hands and go at 900 miles an hour to make sure that this place is going to get done. So Amber got demoted to carpet installer and painter, and so we got it all done. So she understands. She's married to a machine. Okay, she gets it. Okay, and we're going to push the envelope, folks. We are going to push the envelopes, whatever it takes, until these people are completely tired. They're going to say, that idiot Mel and that guy with Purium diet and Sean, they're not going to stop until they live to be 200 years old. Let's just give them the med beds already. You know what I mean? Which is okay by me. And believe me, if it puts me out of business, that's fine. I'll take this technology, I'll put it around my bed, and I'm fine with it, okay? But I've been meeting some really wild people in the sauna, okay? I've been melting away in the sauna for about a month now. Today was my 30th day, with the exception of yesterday, because I had to go pick up Dr. Sandra down south here. And I meet a guy, and he works at Space Force. And we start getting into some conversations. Like, the sauna has become my mousetrap, seriously, And it's like, who am I going to meet next, right? So, and he's like, hey, bro, Melbourne, right here, Space Force. We got extraterrestrials right here, folks. And they're working with them. This guy he's not a cuckoo bird. He's not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He looks like a regular dude, okay? I'm saying, holy moly. This guy, you're talking to the real deal. You know when somebody's bullshitting you, right? Mm-hmm. This guy was not bullshitting. So, a huge applause to our team.
Yes.
But the important thing is the miracle stories that come out of here is unbelievable. We have, like Rhonda, for example, she's been coming here religiously for a while, and she's committed. Even though she's going through the chemo and all that stuff, stage 4, they would have to carry her like a worm to the bathrooms, okay, when she got here. Now she walks by herself like she's ready to join the Olympics. I mean, she's amazing. The stories that are coming out of this place here alone are off the charts. Thank you for coming, guys. Do you have any questions for Sean? We'll take some questions.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
I haven't heard of a med bed. Can you tell me what it is?
Sure. So, it gets kind of into what Mel was talking about, which is what I originally was kind of getting at a little bit, which is off-planet-based technology. And it's really hard to get into some of these subjects without getting into extraterrestrial type technology, because although for the general public it's not really common knowledge, for anybody that really digs in and really starts looking at stuff, you're going to find that it's kind of been there all along at some point. So there's certainly technologies that are available out there that are absolutely amazing. And I have been very fortunate, number one, to meet people that have been in some of these programs, but number two, also meet people that have had access, that have seen and used this type of technology. And it's very much, I would just say basically that the main conception of a technical med bed would be sort of a bed with sort of a clear glass or a clear plastic signal over the top, so you could actually see the person laying in bed. And we really are now getting into some stuff that's getting very cool, which is analytical type technology that can basically read every frequency in your body, and it can basically tap into your central nervous system, go through every single part of your body, and then give you a report back and say, wow, okay, well, here's what we got going on. You've got this and that. You might not have known it, but these frequencies. And then on the flip side, you say, okay, well, let's grab some Rife technology or something, and we'll load those frequencies in. But this is very highly sophisticated technology where they can do that in a matter of minutes. From everything that I have heard and everything that I have been told, there's not really anything that's off the charts. And actually with medbed technology, if you really start digging into it, there's different types. There's what I would call chronogenic, age reversal, and there's hologram stuff that can regrow limbs, and there's different types of quote-unquote med beds. But the main conception of it would just be like, hey, if you're really messed up and you're really sick and you've gotten something that you probably don't think that modern science right now is ready for, that those technologies that they've had for quite some time are actually things that can pretty much knock anything out of the park. So that would be the general, sort of Star Trek explanation of what is a med bed, and kind of, a lot of people have heard about it. It started filtering itself into the consciousness of the general public. And so that would probably be the best way to answer your question.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And by the way, this gentleman that I did meet in the sauna claims to be working directly with the Galactic Federation. All right. So if you guys think that it doesn't exist and it's all, hogwash, it isn't hogwash. It's very real. And it's right here in Melbourne. Yeah. Okay? It's happening, folks.
Yes,
how many, just curious, how many of you people in the audience own XRP? Look at this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Trump was just quoted saying that when he gets back into office, which we know he will, there's not going to be no central bank digital currency. And not to get off on a tangent or a different note here, but the reality is you folks have become your own bank. Because I could buy anything from any of you, and I could pay directly to, and the bankers know this. This is why there's a Mexican standoff. Okay? If you think this thing, otherwise this goose would have been cooked a long time ago, believe me. Okay? But there's no room on the blockchain for a second toll. Okay? And they know that.
That's right.
So, congratulations to all of you. Thank you. We're going to take maybe a 20-minute break, and then we're going to bring on Lily Botchis, who wrote an incredible book about Dr. Sandra. So mingle, talk, drink some water, whatever, and we'll be back in 20 minutes.